consider the equation that I have shown here. 2 over 5 equals x over 5. What does x need to be? Hopefully you understand that x equals, not 5, sorry, x equals 2. Because equals means they're the same on both sides. But you might remember back to middle school and we could solve this proportion by cross multiplying. 2 times 5 is 10, 5 times x is 5x, and then I divide both sides by 5, so I get x equals 2. This only works because I had common denominators. If it was something like 2 over 3 equals x over 5, x can't equal 2. It's not just that the numerators have to match because my denominators don't match. Because if I cross multiplied here, I would get 10 equals 3x. So x would equal 10 over 3. So this is a special case that only works when your denominators are the same. So that's what we're going to be focusing on in this video, getting our denominators to match. So here's one again. My denominators match, so I'm able to just cross them out and do 15 minus x equals 3. I can subtract 15 on both sides, so negative x equals negative 12, which means that x equals 12. And we like when this happens because otherwise we would have to cross multiply. And if I cross multiplied on this one, I would get 3x times 15 minus x equals 3x times 3. I'd have to distribute it. I have a lot of stuff to do. So if we can get our denominators to be the same, known as a common denominator, it makes it easier. So that's what this is going to look like. Here are examples. My denominators are x, 7, and 7x, and I want them all to be the same. So my common denominator, which is going to be referred to as your LCD, is going to be 7x. So we want to determine the common denominator for each of the equations as well as what each piece is missing. So if 7x is my common denominator, this first fraction is missing 7. This second fraction is missing x, and my last fraction is good. Number 2, I have 9x and 9x. So my LCD is 9x. This fraction is good. This fraction is missing an x. This fraction is missing a 9. Number 3. First thing I need to do is put this over 1 because we always want our fractions to all be fractions. So I have 1, x minus 5, x minus 1. So my LCD is going to be 1, x minus 5, x minus 1. So my first fraction is missing those parentheses, x minus 5, x minus 1. My second fraction is missing a 1, but we don't need to multiply by 1. So it's missing an x minus 1. And my last fraction is missing an x minus 5. Last one together, I have x, x minus 1, x, and x minus 1. So my LCD is going to be x, x minus 1. First fraction is good, it has both pieces. My next fraction is missing the x minus 1, and my last fraction is missing the x. Remember, our goal is to have all of our denominators be the same. We're going to practice solving together, but for the rest of this worksheet, you're just going to practice finding what's missing.